Hey there guys, welcome back to the second video in this series. How to make a mod in Minecraft. Today we're going to be learning how to build our own special kind of block. And if you've been following along since the last video, you're already where you need to be to get started. So we'll go ahead up here, we'll click on this green plus sign inside of the mod elements tab here on the left. And we're going to get a whole bunch of different options for different items. The one I'm going to choose, though, is this block item. And inside here, we're just going to enter the name of our new block. So for me, I'm going to make some kind of mod that explores the solar system, or some made-up solar system in Minecraft. But I'm going to start with the moon on Minecraft. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and put my first block is going to be moon rock. Cool. And then obviously you just press, when you're ready, you just click that create new block button or press enter. And you'll see up here on the top, we get a new tab with our block in it. And inside here, we're going to see a whole bunch of different options. We're going to keep this tutorial pretty simple and straightforward though. But one thing we need to know is what a texture is. So the way textures work, they are the visual appearance of our blocks. And there's a whole bunch of different ways we can set the textures up inside of mCreator. But for this tutorial, we're just going to create a block that has identical sides. So to get started on that, I'm going to go ahead and click on this left overlay block, just right inside this box. And then I'm going to select create a texture from scratch. And it's going to start generating a new image for us. It's going to ask what resolution we want that to be. I want mine to be relatively pixely. I want it to look very much like Minecraft already looks, so I'm just going to keep the default settings and hit create. Now, potentially you could create an image with a much higher resolution, but you can see already that we have just a nice grid that we're working with. Okay. So when you get in, you're going to see this sort of checkerboarded transparent image. And we've got a whole bunch of tools over here on the left. I'm going to go ahead and start with this stamp tool. And if you click on the stamp, this little tool right here, and you go down to the base texture, and you select this box, you'll see it's got a whole bunch of preset images that already exist in Minecraft, which is super handy if you're going to just be rebuilding certain types of blocks, maybe with it like a recolor. So for my moon rock, there's got to be a good option in here. Let's see. I'm just going to go with something like this. And you can see in the center, it's all based around the center of my mouse. It follows my mouse around. I can click right inside this transparent box, and my stamp gets placed there. Cool. So now I've got the base for my texture. I've got a starting point. It kind of looks like this, but maybe I want to add some other things. I can use the pencil tool to start drawing shapes. I can change the colors with these little color boxes here, just like in any other paint program. But maybe for your mod, you're just trying to recolor one of these stamps. Luckily, that's super easy. We can actually use this little roller brush right here, called the Colorize tool. And if we select a color over here, I'm going to choose, well, what do I want the moon to look? It's going to be very slightly yellow. I think that's what I'll do. So I chose the little Colorize tool. I picked a color, and then I click back inside of here, and I'm going to choose to lock the saturation and brightness, and then select recolor. So you can see it's slightly tinted now. The alternative is, if I go ahead and click this undo button, and I use this Colorize tool again on here, if I don't lock the saturation and brightness, watch what happens. Hopefully you can see the difference. It's pretty significant. I don't want my moon rock to be that bright, so I'm going to do something kind of like this. Okay. We've got a good start. I think I'm pretty happy with this as just a base texture. So I'm going to go ahead up here and I'm going to click save this texture. If you'd like to spend more time exploring some of these tools, feel free. Absolutely feel free. Try out each of them, see what they're doing to your image. But for now, we're going to move on We're going to be revisiting this screen a whole lot during the course of this series, and we'll talk about some of these tools we haven't talked about yet. But for now, we need to enter the name of our texture. So I'm just going to choose Moonrock texture. And it's important to remember you can't have any capital letters here. Let's just do Moonrock texture. Cool. And you can see it's up here. It's got its own name. Now that I have this saved, I'm going to come up here to the top. I'm going to close out of this. And now we're back inside of our new block screen. So one more time, I'm going to click on this blue box right over here. And you can see now we've got that texture we just made. It pops up inside this little section right over here. So I'm going to select that. You can see I've got all of these automatically filled in for me, and that's because I put the texture in this section. And for now, I'm not going to change any other settings on the block. We're going to learn more about that in the next video. We're going to talk about advanced block settings, but for now, I'm just going to keep it simple. So we've added our texture. We've got all of this set up. We're going to hit Save Mod Element. And now we can see inside of our mod pack, we have this Moonrock that we can come back and we can edit, or whatever you decided to make your block. Here's how we're going to test it. You can come up here to the very top of mCreator, and there's this little green play arrow. I'm going to click on it. And then Minecraft is going to load up with my mod. So we'll take a quick peek. Okay, here we are. So I'm just going to choose single player. I'm going to go into creative because right now my block actually isn't spawning anywhere. And I'm going to name this Solarium Z Test World. Okay, and we're just going to create a new world. Cool. So now we're in the game. Oh, hello, Mr. Village and Mr. Villager. Okay, so I'm going to open up my inventory by pressing the E button. And I'm going to go over to the compass, and I'm just going to search for Moonrock. And you can see the block that I just made is right here. It's a good start. Now we can change the sound that the block makes when we place it. When we can change the sound it makes when we walk on it. So you can see how the grass sounds a little different than our Moonrock. And we can also change whether or not plants can grow on this rock, but those are things we're probably going to start looking at in the next video. So for now at least, I think that's going to cover it for making a very simple block in Minecraft. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and make a whole bunch of different ones, but I guess until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're learning something, or leave a comment below if you think there's something I could be doing better. Another thing you could leave in the comments, I'd love to hear what kind of mods you guys are making. I'm always curious to see what kind of interests other people when it comes to building new mods for Minecraft. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks. Bye.